the finals.
But you know, again, Swila and your team, final World Championship final is anyone who gets into that team, is always have a chance of winning. Defending champion did not even make it to the final. Olympic champion did not even make it to that final. And getting Omanyala into the final was quite a good thing. Yeah, and there were 3 Africans there. Yeah,
actually, it was won by an African.
Yeah, Sibina was there. He was disqualified though. The Botswanans who won silver.
I think my take. I think I'll echo what Okea has said. Other than just the physical prowess, we need also to embrace technology, because you look at the gap that is currently between, for example, Omanyala is the best in Africa.
Yes.
And you realize that the Botswanan got a silver medal. So basically, the fact that he's the best is now being challenged. And challenged very hard. So we need to embrace and also manage his races. I echo what Okea said. He's done a lot of races in a short time.
We need to manage our very own Ferdinand Omanyala. Of course, we've heard from the expert. Dennis, probably in 30 seconds, you can wrap it up as we move on to the next, maybe?
My wrap-up is that Kenya will top African table. Yeah, Kenya will be among the top. I don't see Uganda getting another medal. Yeah, away.
It's a wrap for them.
Yeah, this is a wrap for them. They actually can pack and come back. I mean, Kenya still have a chance of getting medals in marathon. Yeah. Although the marathon team is not the strongest, they are not the names people know. Yeah, because most of the top marathoners withdrew from the championship. Yeah. Because the reason actually behind their withdrawal is actually the World Championship comes at the season where there are world majors marathon coming in Chicago, then there's
New York,
Berlin. Yeah, so they opted for big marathon, big city races where there's a lot of money involved.
Be sure to catch Dennis Okea again, same time, same place next week. Of course, he'll be reviewing it and breaking down the performance of Team Kenya. Thank you very much, Dennis Okea, for making time to grace Sporty Monday. And over to football, Kakamega Homeboys began their CAF Confederations Cup not to a very good note, being held to a barren draw at home against Al Hilal. Let's take a look at how action went down at the Nyayo National Stadium.
Anatoka mchezaji Eric Ambunya, jezi nambari 2. Anaingia Christopher. العام 69 kufanya badiliko mwingine. Anatoka mchezaji Eric Ambunya, jezi nambari 2. Anaingia Christopher.
Football is regarded as the #1 sport in the world, and rightfully so, because it evokes raw emotion. In Kakamega, the rise of Kakamega Homeboys Football Club has birthed such a fan in the frame of Collins Lumumba, who has acquired a unique style of professing his love for his team. Steve Chitera caught up with him and filed these reports.
And also, I am inspired to aspire before I expire in the living memory of Kenya's #1 iconic fan, Isaac Juma. Rest in peace, bro, wherever you are.
Collins Lumumba from Shewe Ward, Kakamega County, is walking in the footsteps of AFC Leopards and Harambee Stars #1 fan, the late Isaac Juma. Lumumba, who started following football passionately at a tender age, says he used to support FC Leopards, but when Kakamega Homeboys earned promotion to the top flight, the Kenyan Premier League in 2013, he changed allegiance.
Hapa Kakamega hatukukuwa na timu ambayo itakuwa inaleta mashabiki wa Western pamoja. Tumekuwepo na timu FC Leopards ambayo ni ya Waluya, lakini makao yake makuu iko kule Nairobi. Wengi walikuwa wakiniita pia komanda. Wewe ndio komanda wetu, wewe ndio kiongozi wetu. Nikaona kana kweli mimi ni komanda na si jina ambalo nimejipa mwenyewe. Nimeitwa na mashabiki na nikakubali kwamba mimi ndio komanda wa mashabiki wa Kakamega Homeboys, na kweli wenyewe wamejionea kwa sababu unapozungumza leo hakuna mechi yote ya Kakamega Homeboys nimekosa.
Due to his undying love for the beautiful game, every match day for Kakamega Homeboys is special for Lumumba.
Mimi huamka asubuhi every match day. Mimi navalia kijeshi. Hii ni jeshi la Kakamega Defense Force. Nikisha valia vizuri naondoka. Step ya kwanza penye mimi hufika naenda hadi Crying Stone. Ukiangalia baji yetu pia iko na hiyo Crying Stone. Hii ni landmark ya Waluya, ni kitu ambayo inaunganisha Waluya. Kwa hivyo mimi huenda pale kusali kila wakati. Na ukiangalia mechi ambazo tumekuwa tukicheza kubwa kubwa, nimekuwa nikifika pale nikiomba sana.
He says his celebration style has drawn admirers even beyond the borders.
Hii bunduki imeshikwa na Ronaldinho, mchai wa football kutoka Brazil. Alipokuwa Nairobi alikuwa anapita, nikainua bunduki juu. Ronaldinho alisimama na kukuja kuangalia bunduki na kupiga picha nami. Ronaldinho ndamuita my football idol. Na apart from that, mimi nataka ni kutane naye Cristiano Ronaldo na pia niweze kutembea viwanja kama vile Anfield.
Lumumba, who is a Liverpool fan, says he has embarked on a strategy of bringing fans back to the stadium as the national team Harambee Stars look forward to beginning its preparation for the 2026 World Cup campaign in November. The Stars have been drawn in Group F against Seychelles, Burundi, Gambia and Cote d'Ivoire.
Nataka ile mechi ya Harambee Stars itakayokuwa nakuja, mtaangalia wale mashabiki ambao nimejaribu kuconvert. Unajua washabiki sio tu kukuja pale, no. Mnapoona mimi Collins Lumumba nakaa vivi nilivyo, mimi si mwenda wazimu. Hapana, I'm quite normal. Ni venye napenda mpira.
Mmepika vizuri bwana, tunashukuru.
The 33-year-old, a husband and a father of two, welcomed us to his one-bedroom rented house in Kakamega, the Ingo Way, and has a message to President William Ruto.
Nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu licha ya kuwa hatuna ile formal income, pita zetu hapa na pale tunajikimu, na hata mnapoona naishi kwa nyumba ya rental. Mimi naomba serikali nijengee nyumba kwa sababu imesema nyinyi wanahabari na wengine mnakatwa 1.5%. Kwa hivyo mimi nitaunga mkono hayo maneno iwapo ndakuwa wa kwanza kujengewa nyumba, na nitashukuru sana. Sasa wache tungoje serikali tujengee nyumba.
Sports CS Ababu na Mwamba will facilitate Lumumba's travel to Libya for the Homeboys CAF Confederation Cup return fixture against Al Hilal Benghazi in Benghazi on 27th August 2023, which they must win if they are to progress in the competition. Steve Shitera for Sporty Monday.
Wow, brilliant stuff. That's why you must always make a date with Sporty Monday. Steve, brilliantly done. That's a high five.
Thank you.
Brilliantly done.
Thank you.
But we didn't see you eat the
ugali bana.
No, the funny bit is that I don't eat chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't.
Muluya.
Yeah. Ingo man who doesn't eat chicken. Anyway, Arocho, what do you make of Homeboys failing to get desired results, so to speak, at home against Al Hilal?
I was disappointed with the entire match because even Al Hilal was somehow not really up to the standards. I think the preliminary round is way down there. And it's unfortunate that Kenya is participating in the preliminary rounds. Look at the fact that the two teams that are going to win here are going to play Rayon Sports from Rwanda. It can tell you how low we've sunk as a country, football-wise. But coming back to the match, I think Homeboys were somehow away from home. You could just feel that Nairobi is away from their home. And this one I would like to urge the county government of Kakamega to make sure that that stadium is ready for, in any case, next season, Kakamega Homeboys manage to play in the continental stage, then they should host their matches there. No fans. There was nothing for Kakamega Homeboys in that match.
But again, you're raising fundamental point. No fans, and now Homeboys playing in a cup. Basically, they're representing the flag. Awareness campaign, bringing fans back to the stadium. And what must they do going to Libya?
I think to Libya they have to win the match because that is a must win. You know, here in Al Hilal they wanted a draw from Kenya, and that is what they did.
The barren draw for that matter.
Yes, and the barren draw from that matter. So for them, they are playing home, the ground that they are so used to. I think it's going to be very hard for Kakamega Homeboys. Of course, it's their first time to play such international matches. If I'm not wrong, they've done really well. But again, talking about the fans, and there was no even hyped anywhere, any hype anywhere, even in social media, maybe in Kakamega Homeboys, maybe Facebook page alone. But in social media, no one was hyping about Kakamega Homeboys match.
There you have it. The stadium is totally
empty. So there was nothing that was being hyped. As we talk about Kakamega Homeboys, even when we have the derby that we always hype, it was being hyped for almost 2 months. There's nothing that is going on with the fans that is supporting the fans to come back to the stadium. We have to go back and see how we used to hype the matches, like how we used to hype the matches so that the fans can come back to stadium like 10 years ago. We have to go back to the drawing board on how we can bring the fans to the stadium. Because if the fans were there at the Kakamega Homeboys playing against Al Hilal, trust me, the match Kakamega wange win your game.
Shter, in a minute, as we wrap up on Homeboys, you spent like a week with the team in Kakamega filing those features, and you got the pulse of the team. What must they do ahead of the return leg, and do they have a chance?
I think what we are experiencing from this is clearly experience, because this is their first time at such a stage away from home, as Arocho puts it, because Nyayo Stadium sounded like they are in Benghazi already. And in my view, when Kevin Amwai was withdrawn, I really sensed the danger, because he's that player who has that experience at such a platform. We should have pushed the youngsters forward. And I talked to Toto, and he told me that he made some good signings, and which were not ready for the assignment. And I believe, as Arocho said, this game was for Homeboys to lose. And going to Benghazi, I believe they can rewrite history, because Arab teams, when they come to Kenya, the draw is a win to them, because even after the match I was there, the technical bench celebrated, because they knew that you come at home, we'll finish the game. I remember same confederation last season when Tusker was playing El Faxen of Tunisia. A draw here, they went to Tunis, they were beaten 2-0. So it paints a picture of how the outcome will be like. Now it sends us to the drawing board. How prepared are our teams? How prepared is FKF to handle the teams that perform well in Kenya? But again, when we are put on the continental platform, we fizzle out.
We have a drawing board. You're saying we're going back to the drawing board. We didn't have that.
We really need to have the drawing board. Yes. But again, seeing such a fan like Lumumba being supported to Libya, it is something that brings some inspiration, probably to the team, not to the level of 100%, but there is some energy. And I spoke to the CS. You see, Arocho does not have that monopoly yesterday. And he painted a picture of trying to support that movement back to the stadium, and I really welcome that. Let us own it as journalists, the Ministry of Sports, FKF. Let us have it as a national drive. Let us have the fans back to the stadium, whether it is Kakamega Homeboys, whether it is Gor Mahia, because at this stage, Kakamega Homeboys is representing Kenya.
Just in 30 seconds,
yes, 30 seconds.
As you're saying, as journalists, as people outside there, they can let us drive this for fans to come to the stadium. We're still waiting. I think the league starts in the next 3 or 4 days. Yeah. From now, we don't have even a broadcasting company that has been announced that is going to broadcast the league. We don't have a sponsorship that meaning that if something is not done in the next maybe a week or so, teams are going to struggle the same way they struggled last season.
The struggle continues, and of course, Homeboys have everything to fight for ahead of the return leg in Libya. And talking of football talents, 72 football teams drawn from 4 counties, Nairobi, Kiambu, Kajiado, and Murang'a, took part in a competition organized by the county government of Kiambu that seeks to develop talent for over 800 under-19 boys and girls. The platform saw coaches benefit from a training program aimed at sharpening their skills in nurturing football talents at the grassroots. Take a look at how it went down.
Ndio, I think ningeomba all coaches from around the country wakipata hizi opportunities za holidays wakusanye watoto waweke, because kama leo tuko na watoto karibu 700 hapa hivi, okay? Na watoto wote wamekuja kwa lengo moja, mchezo. Na kama wangekuwa hapa wangekuwa wanafanya nini? Pengine wako kwenye PS, pengine wanatembea mtaani, but leo tumewapata hapa na moto yetu ni coaching by the book.
Second was to train coaches and referees so that we can improve the qualities of our players and the quality of our matches. That was to purchase of sports equipment so that we can help our team to have that. Fourth was to improve our infrastructure, our grounds, so that they can be good.
Tunaomba tu government ndio wakamini pia wa pump more in terms of equipments, balls, mauwanja, watupatie access ya mauwanja. Uwanja ni challenges. Kama tungependa sana Kenya wanafunzi wa kujeza chini tuweke kwa watoto, then itakuwa rahisi sana kupata hata Harambee Stars very strong, because hii ndio roots.
365
Kama sono, ndio.
Yes, 365 tafadhali under 15.
Harocho, maybe in a minute, just sum it up, you can see over 800 youngsters at Mashinani tapping the talent. This is what we keep talking about. And you can see there's a private organization driving this in conjunction with the Kiambu County government.
This is the way to go. Basically, there's no magic in soccer. The magic is to go down there and make sure that you give the underprivileged that advantage to kick the ball. It's a very good venture. And I believe and I hope that the government can also, as you heard one of the speakers there, the government needs to invest. I normally talk about the government because the single largest investor, the single largest stakeholder in football anywhere in the world is the government. So the government needs to do more, needs to encourage such ventures so that the dream that we have for the World Cup can be alive.
The World Cup dream, you hope it's alive? You think it's alive?
Yes, it's not magic. It's just about us going down there and doing things.
Okay.
What was done in Murang'a is just but the beginning. We need to emulate all this all over the country.
Shteron, 30 seconds. Your thoughts on this, even as Arocho remains hopeful with the World Cup dream?
Again, Kiambu County exposed. I have thrown a challenge to every county government. Put up a county stadium, at least one. Look at where the youngsters were training, prone to injuries at that tender age. But the idea is noble. What the coaches are doing, the idea is good. But where does that talent end up? That has been the biggest question. We need to have follow-ups. We need to put up infrastructure. My challenge, because talent is all over, and talent is in young boys and girls. You can never find talent in old Arocho. So how are county governments putting up infrastructure to support the young talent?
We'll keep, of course, reminding the powers that be. We won't tire every Monday, but today the big conversation is about athletics, and Team Kenya is in Budapest, Hungary. And today we ask you how many medals Team Kenya will win in Hungary. What are your thoughts? Talk to us. 22422, hashtag Daybreak. Tweet me at Isaac Swila at Zen TV. We'll be sampling this feedback, of course, at the tail end of this program. And, of course, let's switch gears. And today we are introducing a new segment in the EPL, of course, that's your love. EPL Play of the Week, EPL Goal of the Week, and, of course, EPL Team of the Week. We'll be reviewing it each week for the next 7-8 months. So this is the place to be. And to begin, we are reviewing last week, and Zita is on the scoreboard, ready to break it down for you. Zita, what do you have for your Player of the Week?
Sila, thank you so much. So my Player of the Week is Alexander Isaac, kijana mdogo sana, 23 years of age. He's from Sweden, center forward.